Hi, my name is Zainab Salloo. As the SAICA Assurance Guidance Committee Chairperson, I'd like to give you an update on our last meeting that was held on the 17th of February 2021. This was a really important meeting for the year, as the most important topic on our agenda was to actually discuss the AGC's plan and strategy for the next couple of years going forward. We started off our discussion by getting an update from our SAICA colleagues on their key strategic projects, specifically the audit reform plan and the integrated ethics plan. And then we had a bit of discussion around how the agency fits into those plans, what we can do from an assurance guidance perspective, etc. We had a lot of robust discussion around what the objective of the agency is, and we concluded that it remains, as always, to serve the member interests, specifically the assurance practitioner member group, by providing relevant, practical, technical guidance as and when it's needed. We also looked at the SAICA Assurance Leader Forum work plan and the Senior Partner Forum work plans to understand, where their priorities are and if there's anything that the agency can do to fit into those initiatives and to feed into those work plans as well. After quite a robust and interesting and frankly very motivating discussion, we came up with a task list that we are working on prioritizing. Some of the things on that list are developing guidance around URBA inspections. For those of you who haven't already seen it, the URBA inspection report for 2020 came out a couple of weeks ago. So we're looking at whether there's any guidance gaps around the key findings that are in that inspections report, specifically the repeat findings that seem to be coming up year after year. Coming out of our strategy session, the action items that we've actually put down are to prioritize our work plan. But before we do that, we do want to also liaise with the Assurance Leaders Forum, present our work plan to them, understand how it fits in with theirs, and whether there's any items that we should be bringing in from what their key priorities are. We'll then have a special meeting somewhere before our next quarterly meeting in May to prioritize that plan and come up with a task list and a project plan for the next year. Other items on our agenda included getting updates from our colleagues at URBA. So we heard about their current projects that are underway, a couple of reports that they're in the process of approving, as well as we heard about some publications that the URBA has done jointly with the IAASB, specifically around fraud. If you haven't seen that, have a look out for it. It was in one of the SAICA newsletters, and it's also up on the IAASB website. It was very interesting for me to see how the different SAICA member groups and bodies are coming together to best serve the member interests. We are integrating a lot better with committee members and representatives from the public sector, the internal audit groupings, the national small and medium practices interest groups, and just trying to align all of our plans and strategies and make sure that we all working together to deliver the best value for members. So we got some updates from those different representatives, and it was really interesting to discuss how that actually fits into the AGC plan and the AGC task list that we're working on. We also got some updates from SAICA on their key activities that are ongoing. So in summary, this was quite an important meeting, quite an interesting meeting, and extremely motivating to see the level of interest from the different committee members. And I, for one, am very excited for the year going forward. And I look forward to giving you an update after our next meeting on where we're at with that work plan and with that task list that we've set out for ourselves. Until then, goodbye.